there's an ongoing conversation, argument, debate, or whatnot about the climate change, all this and all that other stuff. And I honestly at first didn't get it. I didn't really understand it. Because to me, and this is why, it is to me because I didn't understand it. I thought, why is there a debate? It didn't make sense. Why debate what has been proven? And there's two sides to the argument. And let's see, how am I going to do this? Because all right, here goes. I'm just going to lay it out blunt. I was watching Mr. Atheist. I'm kind of tentative on his channel because it seems like he has to insult people, and people seem to like that. I don't know why, and he spoke about I was thinking about something, and I'm like, you know what? It must be second nature knowledge about climate change, because he explained, climate change isn't about the weather. It's about the climate on a global scale. All right. In a whole global scale, it's how the climate collectively raises 1 or 2 degrees, which means a lot. So if the global climate will rise 1 degree, on average, that means your summers will get, in general, 5 to 10 degrees hotter. Okay? Or your winter will get, on average, about 3 to 7 degrees colder, with spikes of 20 degrees colder. Or in your summers, maybe 15 degrees hotter for a short period of time. Now, you might want a lot of statistics. You might want all kinds of reports and stuff. You don't need them. Okay? Something else that Mr. Atheist touched on, which annoyed me to an extent, was the hurricanes. People get this thing where they think talking about the hurricanes is some kind of evidence about climate change. And it is to a very small extent. All right. It's not how powerful the hurricanes are. It's the frequency of the power and how numerous the hurricanes are. It's not this, they got strong, so climate change. Oh, well, we had one more hurricane than normal, climate change. No, that is absolutely asinine. All right. And so here's the thing. He talked about how, we have Florence, and then there's Michael. Michael was pretty much weak. It got to the coast, and all of a sudden it blew up to a very weak category 5, and then died kind of soon. It pretty much lasted as a hurricane through most of the states, and then once it left, basically off the first 13 colonies, it went to a tropical depression. But he talked about it as if climate change made it blow up. No, blow up means drastic, instant power increase in the storm, and that's not really all that contributed to it, because what he failed to think about, what he omitted, I don't know if it was on purpose or he didn't think about it, because he seems to be a heavy researcher. Me, I'm not a heavy researcher. To me, things just seem kind of obvious. I kind of use the Buccio effect on certain thinking, but he failed to mention that this hurricane went over waters that, one, were warm, that is partially due to the climate. That's partial to do. I'm not saying the climate was that weak. No, it's partial. There's a component. The other component is the leftover vast amounts of oil spilled into the water that keeps it from cooling off. That's what he left out. The oil spill. There was 2 oil spills basically. One that British Petroleum, British Petroleum and Obama pretty much allowed to run roughshod in the Gulf, destroying the wildlife, the sea life there, and wildlife, the birds, and anything that went there. They allowed that to happen. They literally allowed it. If you build something, you need to know how to fix said thing you have built. They just let the oil pump out and just didn't give a damn. And then you got Republicans saying it's okay because, you know, the oil spill, I mean, when you think about that much oil, it's a little bit, but the ocean is big. That's so damn stupid. Okay, that is absolutely stupid. So, the other thing that helped this storm blow up was the fact that there was already saturation of the ground when it came to water. Lots of rainfall from Florence and passing storms that came from Mexico and California and those that generated from the Midwest. So when your ground is saturated, the water sits roughly on top of the soil, kind of. And the soil can't, absorb any more water, you get flooding. When that ground heats up, that water heats up. When the hurricane comes over, it still has a water supply to help fuel it, albeit super shallow and honestly too weak to be substantial by any means. It is still a water supply. It's not dry land. And dry land will kill a hurricane a lot faster. That's why Florence died off so fast when it hit North Carolina. Florence, it had a good thing. It was Category 4, scared the hell out of me. And once it hit land, done. And then it just brought in moisture and it just sat there. Now, another component about this whole debate thing that really pisses me off. You've got those who are logical and then overly logical and arrogantly logical. So, you got those that say, well, yes, we have this. This is what happened. It makes sense. Okay, logical, makes sense. Okay, you got those that'll say, well, if you go on the statistics, this is, it's possible. They're very logical, and it's, they go with statistics, but they also think it's possible for other things. Then you got those arrogant bastards who go with the statistics to the point of stupidity. And that's why I don't necessarily do statistics, because statistics change constantly. I mean, they literally change as much as a leaf does during the fall. I mean, that leaf is already changed colors, it's wilting, it falls off, it dries up, it's always changing until it's gone. And then there's a new statistic to replace it and fall and wilt. All right. That's why I don't like most of the logical and the overly logical and the arrogantly logical people. I can't stand that. But then the flip side, you've only got one other side on the other side of this debate. Now, just because I can't stand those logical people doesn't mean I completely disagree. It's just usually their approach is a bad taste in the mouth. But when it comes to the other side, this side ticks me off, and it should tick everybody off. And these are the supporters of the climate denial. These are the ones that deny climate change. They are the ones that piss me off. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not about statistics to them. It's not about what they can see. It's not about what is observed visually, auditorily, or what they experience or anything like that. They don't give a damn of the fact that there were a couple of years where it was spring during the whole winter. Now that might not have been in every part of the United States or any other country, but where I am in North Carolina, most of the eastern seaboard, it was on average 70 to 82 degrees. And it lasted the whole winter, where January saw a spike of winter. Just for like a week or two, it got very cold into the upper 20s, lower 30s. And then it went right back to spring. The trees didn't know what to do. There was pollen during the winter. And these other people that are the deniers, they're not going with anything other than this part I hate the most: belief. It's not about so much religion. It's not that, although religion prepped them for it. It is belief. They don't believe. Just listen to them. When they say, I don't believe, that means I don't care what you say, what you express, what you demonstrate. I don't care about statistics. I don't care about what happens in the environment around me that affects me. I don't believe because someone told me not to. They are the ones that are supporting the stupid in Washington, because stupid is knowing better and not acting accordingly. And there are various levels of stupid. You can be extremely stupid, goddamn stupid, or there's a little stupid. You might make a little error here, then you correct it and you move on. These people are fucking stupid. All right? They are at the other end, because these people in Washington, they know what's happening. They see that ice caps are melting. And it's not the ones that are already in the water. That's not the problem. When an iceberg is already in the water, it's already been there for maybe 30 years or 1,000 years or 10,000 years. It might have been there for millions of years. That break off, it doesn't add anything. It's the ice on top of land that falls into the water that adds to it. And they act like it doesn't happen because they don't believe. And let me tell you something directly, you climate change deniers. All right? I'm going to tell you this directly. Fuck your belief. This is not about your belief. This is about straight up knowledge. This is about observation. This is about everything you can touch, feel. When it goes to the summer, you're like, wow, this is the hottest summer it's ever been, but there's no climate change. Whoa, this winter is way too cold, or this winter is way too warm. Climate change. If the summer is too damn cold, climate change. But you're not going to say anything. And you say, well, what's a cold summer? A summer where it's consistently 70 or 75 degrees, or maybe a tops 82. Summers should always be roughly in that 88 to 94 degree range. That's a balanced summer. That's balanced. And this isn't balanced because you're not balanced. And because you're not balanced, you vote in the people that cause this unbalanced shit that's going on. So in a sense, all of you climate denying voters voting in these Republicans and Democrats that don't give a shit about anyone but their bottom line in their pockets are essentially killing everybody, uprooting people from their homes so that they have to move out of Florida. And I really don't want these sick-minded fucks moving out of Florida to anywhere else. Yes, I know I got a couple of listeners that are in Florida, and I have to group them in only because it is impossible for me to get a directory and say, these are the ones that are not fucked in their head that live in Florida. It's impossible. I can't do that. So I have to group them in only because they're there. Affect change. Make videos. Talk about it. Be about it. If you hear a conversation, hey, if you're the type that just don't want to talk to other people, you just got that anxiety, I'm with you. It's all good. I get you. I'm just saying, do something. Post something somewhere for people to read. Make a video. So long as the information is out there, people can find it. And let them know. Stop this shit. And these asshats here in North Carolina that's still voting in these shitbag Republicans and Democrats, man, go fuck yourselves. Yes, I'm angry. Fuck this. This is crazy. I don't do well in the heat. A lot of people don't do well in the heat. And a lot of people don't do well in the cold. That's why in the summer, we dress as little as we can. And in the winter, we dress as much as we can. But when you have to sit there and not know what you're going to do because you don't know if the day's going to start off hot in late November and end up cold by the afternoon and then hot at night. It's crazy. It is crazy. When in the early 2000s, in the summertime, it was 102 degrees at night. That was unheard of until then. 102 degrees at night almost every day of every summer for about 3 or 4 years. That don't make sense. And you talk, and there's so much talk about how many hurricanes. The frequency of hurricanes, the entire global temperature raised by 1 degree. That means surface temperatures of the water, not the deep temperatures. The surface temperatures of the water will reach, on average, about 88 degrees. And you get your storms coming. Fine. But when those surface temperatures are 102, 110, 115 degrees, it's not like an oven. It's different. All right? It's different. And the storms form. They come off the African coast, or they'll form in the Gulf, or in the what's it called, the transatlantic something. I can't remember. It's at the equator. All right, it's at the equator. When storms form there, and sometimes out in the middle of the Atlantic they'll just form, even up by Bermuda. When they form fast because they got so much heat. Heat builds storms. The entire point of a hurricane is to cool off the water and cool off the air. That is the entire point of a hurricane. That's the whole point. So if you get more hurricanes, that means there is more heat in the water. There's probably some more heat in the air. That means we're fucked. And you're doing it. Stop voting in these people. Stop it. And you know what? I'm going to say this. I contributed to this stupid shit going on the few times I didn't go vote because, one, I didn't know when the fuck the voting was going to happen. They get nothing in the mail, and I don't necessarily know where to go online at the time anyway. So I didn't get a chance to cast my vote to get these people out of office. So I added to this shit baggery of stupid that we're all living in. Everyone that doesn't vote for forward thinking is literally saying, let's fuck this planet up for us. And stop talking about fucking the planet up as if, wow, the planet is going to die. We're going to kill Earth. You can't kill Earth. You can't. You can ruin Earth for us, and then we can't live, and our descendants can't live, so the human race goes away, and every other animal will find a way to adapt because that's what they do. The human animal will be fucking dead because we had no choice, but since we have to be the alpha, we got to sit here and dominate each other and dominate somebody near us or someone far from us just because they're different with superiority, supremacy, tribalism, and all this other bullshit. That's the issue. So this debate is not a debate. It is literally an expression of, are you fucking stupid or are you not? And if you're a denier, you are clearly fucking stupid. That's just how that goes. If you deny climate change, you are fucking stupid. Don't vote. Stay the fuck home. And if you're a climate denier that happens to be progressive, you're a fucking liar. That's the truth. You're a fucking liar. Because you can't be progressive and say, nope, not happening. No. It ain't happening. It don't happen that way. So stop being a stubborn jackass. Be better and vote for forward-thinking people. Not these establishment bastards. Not these conservative jackweeds. Vote for forward-thinking. Or don't vote at all. Because we need the help. It is not just climate. It trickles down to every facet of life. Politics do matter. And they need to be abolished. We need statesmen. We need human beings, not corporate shills and robots. That's what we need. Get people into office that are going to help. That's all I got to say about this. Put your shit down in the comment section. If you're mad at me, let me know. Don't put a thumbs down like a little bitch and say nothing. No, if you got to vote this down, let me know. And if you vote it down because I'm angry or I'm saying swear words, go fuck yourself. I'm human. I get angry. I've learned these words since I was a kid, just like you. We're all the same in too many facets to act like this shit is different. So that's how life is. If you deny climate change, then I deny you. I'd like to deny your ability to vote. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.